Shri Swami Samartha. So in last topic we have to study the classification of the polymer. So in last lecture we studied the classification that is based on sources and based on the structure. So based on sources, in that we have to learn the natural polymer, semi-synthetic and synthetic polymer. And then in structure we have to learn the linear polymer, branch and cross-link polymer. In cross-link we learn the vulcanization of the rubber and their zigzag-like structure. Okay. So now in this topic we learn the classification of the polymer, that is based on the molecular forces, then mode of forming and growth polymerization. So molecular forces that bind the polymer chain either by hydrogen bonding or van der Waals forces. We know the hydrogen bonding and van der Waals forces. These are the intermolecular forces. Okay. So depending on this magnitude, we have to classify it further. That is the elastomer, fibrous, thermoplastic and thermosetting. Okay. So the molecular force is classified into the four types: elastomer, fibrous, thermoplastic and thermosetting. We have to learn the one by one in detail. Now first is the elastomers. The weak intermolecular force of attraction between the polymeric chain, which is observed in the elastomers. So when we take the elastomer polymer, when the stress, the polymeric chain gets stretched, and when we remove the stress, it gets its original position. Means look like the rubber. When rubber we get stress, it is a stretchable, right? Its length is increases, and when we remove the stress, it return its original position. So the elastomers which having the elasticity properties, so that's why they are called as the elastomers. Okay, so they are the soft also. For example is the neoprene, right? So example of elastomer is the neoprene. Then vulcanized rubber, that is also included in the elastomers. Various the rubber molds which is the made up of the elastomers, right? So next is the fibrous. So in fibrosis, it containing the strong intermolecular force of attraction, which is due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding which is present in that polymer, so it becomes the hard, right? So mostly this fibrosis having the high tensile strength. So therefore they are used in mostly the in textile industries, is for making the ropes, the strong ropes which is used, and by making the tire, there is also fibrosis are used. The example of fibrosis is the nylon. Example is the nylon. Then terylene, which is also the example of a fibrous polymer. Next is the thermoplastic polymer, right? So in thermoplastic polymer, it contains the intermolecular force of attraction between the elastomers and fibrous. Okay, they are both are the interlinked. So this plastic is called as a thermoplastic polymer. Means in thermoplastic, when we heat thermoplastic polymer, it becomes a soft, and when we cool, it becomes a hard, right? Means when heating, it is a soft like structure, and after cooling, temperature get down, it becomes a hard. Okay. So in thermoplastic, the example that is the PVC, that is the polyvinyl chloride. Then the linear and branch polymer, which is also including in the thermoplastic polymer. Example is the PVC or polythene. Okay. Next is the thermosetting. A thermosetting polymer which is mainly contain the cross-link polymer and branch polymer. Okay. And which do not become so soft on heating or under pressure. It remaining as it is, not soft also. Okay. So thermosetting polymer, the example is the bakelite. Their preparation we are study in detail in further. So example only we have to write, that is the bakelite, which is the example of a thermosetting polymer. So thermoplastic are remolded and recyclable polymer, and thermosetting that cannot be remolded and cannot be recycled. That is the main difference between the thermoplastic and thermosetting. Okay. So the next classification, that is based on a mode of forming, which is including the addition polymer and condensation polymer. So as per the name suggests, the addition polymers means the large number of monomers like the alkene, alkynes, and this polymer is formed by the chain growth polymerization. That is called as the addition polymer. So example of addition polymer is the Orlon or the Teflon, right? So that is the example, that is the Orlon and Teflon. These two are the example of a addition polymer. Next is the condensation polymers. Means when the two or more monomers they combine together and they forming a polymer by the elimination of the small molecules like the water means or alcohol. Those elements get eliminated. Those reaction is called as a condensation polymer. Right? Means only they are combined and remove the little bit substance, little bit molecule. Right? So that reaction is called as the condensation polymer. Example is the nylon or another example polyester, which is another example of a condensation. So now last, that is a growth polymer. So growth polymer is also called as a step growth polymer, right? Means it is called as a step growth polymerization process. Means in which the large number of the monomers they combine in a stepwise manner and they forming the large molecule. That process is called as the growth polymerization process. Thank you. So now go on YouTube and watch the complete video, that is the classification of the polymers and their further reaction that we have to study in next topic. So please like, share and subscribe the Chem Guru Pallavi Vazge YouTube channel. Thank you.